What's going on, everyone? Talon back here, and today, well, we've got actually a bit of an update, and I was actually doing something different with the gameplay that you're seeing in the background. But first, I want to talk about what is the best place, updated-wise at least, to farm experience, to farm gems, and is there anything else to farm? I guess Zenny, technically, would be one way to go. I mean, yes, you want to be doing the Hercule event once a day type of thing, but this is also, now we can actually earn some pretty decent Zenny in-game, and I've all but earned back all of my Zenny that has been lost due to the 120% leaders coming out like month after month like no tomorrow. So it's actually really nice because, you know, the World Tournament only comes around once a month. The last two I have not really participated in, but nonetheless, so I wanted to go over this because I still get a lot of questions on Twitter and everything about, you know, what is the best stage to get gems? What is the best stage to do this, this, and this? And with the updated story, at least in the JP version and Global, when you eventually get this, when Gogeta comes around, the Int version, because that's when you get your story part 4, part 1, then you can start doing one of these stages, and then when part 2 comes around, when Brawly Super Saiyan 3 is out, then you'll be able to do this current stage you're seeing on the screen itself. Now, of course, this is all RNG based. There are going to be times where you do not get decent gems, where you get something you don't want, and that always happens. So this is just simply showing you the odds that I have personally experienced. I've gotten it better, I've gotten it worse, but nonetheless. So the best stage, personally, you know, this can go for Global first, is before part 2 comes out of story part 4. So story part 4.1, I'm going to call that 4.1 right now. It's going to be stage 24, area 7, okay? Or I guess technically it's area 24, stage 7, okay? Nonetheless, it's 24-7, and you'll fight Super 17, and you have really good chances of getting both of the gem characters that you can fight and get some good gems. If they don't appear, you can at least go around the left side of the board, and you can get some at least 3 spots of gems, and then 17 usually drops between 2 or 3, give or take. So right there, you've got about 5 to 6 gems. Pretty decent so far. So what is this new stage that you are currently seeing on the screen right now? Well, it is area is the last area, which is 27, and it is stage 1. Now, other people are going to say that they have found something different. That's totally fine. If you have experienced better luck on that stage, then that is perfectly fine. This is personally what I have seen, okay? But overall, though, I think this is the best balance between getting good experience, getting a lot of Zenny, and having a decent amount of gems every round. There's usually a time where I only get 1 or sometimes even 0 because they give me train items instead, or the numbers just don't line up necessarily. But this is the easiest one personally. The reason I think that is because, A, it is a very short map. It only goes up to the left and up, and you're done. That's all you have to do. You only have to fight Piccolo. He's a strength guy. He's really easy to beat. And there are 3 gem spots that you can get at least. Piccolo usually drops between 2 or 3 usually. And then that right there can get you 5 to 6. And if you get one of the characters to drop, which sometimes I've had both of them drop. I've had one of them drop back to back. You know, you get quite a few gems. So hopefully the video there, of course, is showing you that. But the reason this actually works out perfectly for the gameplay that you're seeing right now is because we got a little bit of an update in the Japanese version about what we can expect for events being updated, essentially. So if you haven't looked at your news recently, then we have gotten a little bit of an update as to what can be coming for events, essentially. And they are basically called categories. If you look at the Japanese, it is literally in katakana saying category, okay? And so what it seems like is that they are going to make certain categories for events, and if you bring characters that are in that category, then, for example, at least, so the first one they use the Bulma that is 18. So it says Tatoeba Tensai no Shou no Natsuyasu ni Bulma, okay? So that's just simply the name that they gave her. It's genius during summer vacation, essentially, or genius student in summer vacation is Bulma is the literal English translation. But they have this category, essentially, for an event, and it's called, you know, Peach Peach Girl, essentially, if you want, or Peachy Peachy Girl, okay? That is the Japanese way of saying it. And so, and they use the example of the Master Roshi stage where you can go and you get the big turtle shells. They give you a lot of experience and everything like that. And if you bring people with this, or within this category, then you have an increased rate of getting more items or actually getting the items. Because I guess one example you can use is if you do a story event and maybe the medal drops are also, there also are like training items and everything, and you know, we've all been through that situation where we try to farm medals so we can Dokkan Awaken somebody, and it gives us nothing but training items for like an entire bar's worth of act or anything like that. The most terrible thing ever, right? We've all been there. So from the looks of it, essentially, is on the 25th, this is when this is starting to roll out. It says, at the end, it says that there will be more stuff, obviously, that will come out in the future. But essentially what it is saying is that based on the certain categories per event, whichever they give it to you, so whether this is a Dokkan Fest, a story event, or, you know, something else, then if you bring certain characters that match that category or within that category, then you have a higher chance. And it apparently will tell you. I'm going to put a picture up on the screen that was found, because it's actually not in the news part of it. I think it was data mined. I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's data mined already. Showing you that the percent that you have of something dropping if you use a certain amount of characters within the event that are within that category, essentially. So this is actually pretty cool. And some people are even going on to theorize that maybe we're going to start seeing leaders that emphasize these categories or something like that, which I guess could work. I'm not really sure, though, how that would work, because that's creating a leader skill potentially for a category that's not around yet, unless the category comes with the leader skill. But I don't know, personally. It's a little weird to me. I don't see them personally doing that. But I do like this. This is actually really cool to create categories my only thing is, though, they need to come out with a lot of them right off the bat. Because if they only say, oh, we're going to create 2 categories for these 2 events, and then, hey, another 5 months and you'll eventually get the others, it's like, what was the point? There's no point in that, really. So hopefully they don't do that. But essentially what it is that, yeah, there are going to be categories for each event, and based on the characters that are within the event, that's how it's going to work. So, for example, again, they use the Pichi Pichi Girl ga category no character ga team o oeru hodo boss no kara no, yeah, and then it says percentage. Oh wait, no, purachina. I don't know what that says, really. I don't know. Anyway, but then it goes into drop suru, so up. Okay, so essentially, sorry, I didn't know that kanji was, and it's a little weird, honestly. But basically, again, the drop rates for these things are going to go up, and it's going to work, you know, it's going to be great. So if this is true, this goes the way that we think it's going to work, and that it will actually work, then this is terrific, because all of those story events, I'm looking at you, Future Trunks. I'm looking at you, Dragon Ball Super Future Trunks events. Oh my gosh, give me my medals. So, nonetheless, if this works the way I think it will work, this is going to be great. I'm going to love this. This is a long time coming. So, in terms of, because there's a date on this. It goes from the Friday the 21st, which is today right now when I'm recording this, and it goes until the 25th, which is Tuesday. And Tuesday is when that Universe 6 banner drops as well. And again, I've been saying this, guys, a lot. Do not summon on it. Those characters are going to be thrown into every other future banner if you're trying to save your stones, because 200 million downloads is coming up, and there's going to be a lot of stuff probably for that. Save your stones. Do not summon on it. I don't care how much you like those guys. Don't summon on it. They are going to be coming in future banners and everything like that. And when I say future banners, I literally mean every single future banner. They're not Dokkan Fest exclusives, so don't go for them. There's no point in it. So, and they're not going to be the next meta or anything like that. They're not. They're just not going to. So, whatever 200 million downloads is, though, I have a feeling that is the start of the next meta, whatever it might be. I've done plenty of videos on potentially what it could be, but it's hard to say. So, yeah. But other than that, I'm super, super excited to see what this is. Again, I don't know how many they're going to roll out. That's the problem. They need to roll out a ton of these categories here to each event at least, to allow for it. Because again, for this example, this is just simply the drop rate or how many items you'll get from the Master Roshi thing. You know, this could, you know, I don't know if this could easily turn into something about, you know, giving a category of a drop rate, but also potentially more experience that you gain, or maybe more Zenny that you get, or something like that. Or heck, maybe gems. Oh, I'm looking for that gem one. Look for that gem one. That's going to be awesome, because getting 777 gems after doing all of the side missions and everything, it can get a little repetitive in there. Even with this stage currently you are seeing right now, it takes a while to get those. So yeah, it's I don't know what's gonna happen, but I am definitely pumped for it. I hope you guys are as well. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. How do you think these is gonna turn out in the end? Do you think it's, you know, each stage is gonna have you know, one thing it could have is technically, you know, every stage could have all these categories in them. But of course, maybe some don't work. I mean, obviously, like a gem one or an item drop is not going to work in a Dokkan Fest event, because a Dokkan Fest event, you know, once you beat the boss at least, only gives you the medals. Now, technically, I don't know if this works on the stage itself when you're picking the numbers to go around and everything like that. It doesn't state anything specific about that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the more I look at this Japanese, I don't see that working. So, yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all we really have to go by. Hopefully you know, and again, the whole thing of like more lists will be coming out and everything. Better hope there's a lot out to start with. Otherwise, this is gonna be vastly looked at. It's just like, oh wow, that was pointless, guys. You you hyped this up so much, and then nothing happened essentially. So yeah. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, guys. What kind of categories do you think they're gonna have? How do you want these categories to work? I mean, for example, again with the picture I showed you earlier with this Bichu Bichu Girl, is, you know, it's all female characters, which made sense. So are the, you know, there's probably gonna be categories of Sans or maybe kids or something like that. So you can use like Kid Goku, Kid Krillin, Goten, Trunks, you know, things like that. Or maybe you can only use people in the Frieza family or something. You know, there's the endless possibilities. Now, one thing I did forget to mention real quick at the beginning is that these are not links. So don't go try and go through your characters or anything and be like, oh, they have this link, so maybe it can be this. These are categories made within, that they make in the game to the event itself. They have nothing to do with the links. I looked back and I looked at the Bulma because I had the Bulma, and it did not have that link at all, and I just wanted to make sure. So again, remember, these are not links. These are categories they are putting into the events. Probably what's going to happen is when this is released, we're going to be able to hit the information button on all the event, you know, whatever event you're picking, and it's going to say probably at the bottom or something like that, hey, by the way, the category for this to increase your chances is 90, essentially like that. So hopefully that is how it's going to go. Again, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What kind of categories are you looking for and all that fun stuff? Let me know. As always, leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. And until next time, everyone, I will see you in the next one.